You quickly realize it is quite dark going down this hallway. Something that you probably already knew, but it is confirmed the closer you get to this next room.
Scientific process at work again. It is dark. I will search. I'd like to search for a light anywhere around.
Okay.
I can't.
You do have, each of you does have a loadout. As an aside, you do have a flashlight.
I do have a flashlight. I will turn on my flashlight.
if you wish. Okay. All right. You turn the flashlight on, and indeed, you do see that this seems to be some sort of a power or server control room. What you also see in the corner, it's ironically the same corner that Tick's flying squirrel saw it, is a creature. A creature of strange proportions. Looks like this weird thing.
Ooh.
It is in Roll20.
Oh no!
You see this this strange scurrying creature that looks like it could have been possibly a worm, possibly some sort of centipede-like thing that has too many heads, too many teeth, far too many eyes, too many of everything. It currently is poking around in the corner, kind of eating at what looks to be cables of some kind. As the light hits it, its two heads turn towards you. This high-pitched, strange scream comes out of it that almost sounds a little bit like a goat scream, as well as a child scream. And it scurries somehow with its slithery body and attempts to try to push its mass through this grate that is near the floor. And it does manage to somehow, even with its kind of thicker, muscular mask, squeeze through these very small, tiny grates. Everyone takes 2 stress from this.
Sure.
How many stress does one get?
You can get a whole heckin' lot.
Okay.
And because this is the first monster you have all encountered, I am going to call for a burnout roll. So, Tick, you said you rolled a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So you're going to add that 2 to your current stress level. What does that number make it? 6. Excellent. So, for for the next handful of minutes, which let's see, for the next 4-ish minutes or so, you get to actually add a +1 to all rolls. So this is a good, healthy amount of stress.
Okay.
Because you're a little stressed, enough for it to be useful.
Oh, so it's just enough anxiety.
Just enough.
Of
just
adrenaline.
enough. Exactly. Yeah, this is good stress. This is helpful stress. This is motivating stress.
Mm-hmm.
This is night before your essay's due in for your lecturer, so you just have to get it done.
Perfect.
Stress.
This is the stress the ADHD me thrives under. Right.
Herman will try to kind of scurry over to that vent. Oh no, little guy, I just wanted to... Oh, dang. Here he goes.
Was that an ET? Like the movie? What that was?
I'll pull out one of my vials and a little scraping tool and see if there's anything to collect.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't think its fingers are going to heal us like ET's did.
What's an ET?
It's a movie from the 80s. It's got a childlike wonder to it. And I was hoping maybe this mission might be a little better. But, no.
I'm into the pictures since 1972, so I don't even know what ET is, but if it looks like that, then I'd best not watch it with the kids, to be honest.
Herman, you glance around. It doesn't really leave any sort of trail behind it, but you can see that on a number of these surfaces, along parts of the walls, on some of these control panels here, you can see this slick, translucent substance that kind of just seems to be a little bit everywhere.
Try to scrape some in a vial.
Okay. You can see, especially since you're the one also holding the light, as you begin to kind of scrape towards it, the substance itself seems to recoil from your prodding and begin to move slowly away from you.
Don't be like that.
You take 1 stress.
Just mildly disappointed in it.
Oh, come on,
no.
get over here.
Manager, I have a question.
I may have an answer.
Do I know whether the station has a proximity, not necessarily a proximity alarm? Are there any types of tracking systems or movement through a central mainframe that perhaps one could see if there's any movement around the station?
You would know that in Sector 3, you know that there is a way, at the very least, to track where the personnel's keys were or are. You think that perhaps you might be able to get some sort of general reading on the system as well if you were to spend some time there.
Okay. Is there anything I can do in this room to perhaps solve the lighting situation? Now that
Yeah.
I'm physically here, maybe with the help of our engineer?
Well, we can take a look. See what we can do.
Yeah, I feel like I would be a little more comfortable with the lights on.
Yeah, we
This
can
sounds-
try that. See
This
what we
sounds
can
like
do.
a collaborative role. You can absolutely do. So, trying to figure out how to turn the power on, it is going to be a slightly more challenging task. So it is going to be a difficult task. It does require at least 2 successes. But
Extra die now because
Hey.
I'm stressed.
there you go. What you can do, you can add skills together. You both roll your skills and then your totals are kind of pulled together. However, you may also take stress in assisting each other. Each die that you roll, as an aside, each die you roll, we do resolve the number on that die. So we don't take the highest or the lowest or anything in between. We resolve all of your dice. So if you have 6 dice, there's 6 potential chances for a heavy success, but also 6 chances for a whole heckin' lot of stress.
Okay.
The way I've been rolling, it's gonna be great.
Oh, that's fine. So, right. Are we repairing stuff?
So this would be, I would say, search and repair.
I rolled 4, and
Fantastic.
it went fine.
Excellent.
I rolled
Ish. Ish.
Good. Good.
I rolled 3 dice.
Okay. So we can
It
start.
went
It
not
went.
great. It went
Perfect.
8 to 4.
8-2-4. Good.
And 9-6-3-4.
Fantastic. All right. So, Tick, you do have 1 success. You do take 2 stress.
Yeah.
And Morris, can you read me your numbers one more time?
9-6-4-3.
Okay. Okay. Well, you take 3 stress, but that is your second success. So between the two of you, either butting heads or discovering it is much more challenging than you anticipated, you do manage to turn the lights on.
I could just get the bloody lights on, please.
Here, stick that in that all over there. It might.
You want me
Click it
to
on.
just shove a
look,
random object into a possible socket?
No, look, trust me.
Are you mad?
Look, it's that tiny hole in corner. If you press that with this pen, it'll reset the system and it'll get
you
us
just
on.
wanting to reset. I
I
thought
like-
you
Yeah, it'll be
put
fine.
a fork into the outlet. All right. Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, take that.
I don't
put it
need
in
your
there.
pencil. I've got a pen.
I like elbow bow, and I just go, how many workers does it take to screw in a light bulb, huh?
Not sure anymore.
Does anyone need a limb cut off?
Scalpel is at the ready.
I am prepared.
With the lights now kind of on, you can see that there is also a ladder that goes up into a small hatch in the ceiling, and next to it you can see a very small sign that indicates that this is Sector 2B. You can also all see that on this ladder there appears to be some sort of blood stains.
Oh.
Well, I think that's my specialty.
Finally.
Bo reluctantly starts to go up the ladder in hopes that he finds someone at the top.
Okay. The thing that you first find is a small hatch that seems to be sealed with some sort of numerical keypad. You can easily see on the keypad, following the blood trail up, there is blood on the 3, 6, and 0 keys.
I'm just gonna hit him in that order and see what happens. Honestly.
Okay. You hit him in that order and you hear bark, bark.
You only get
Dirt.
3 chances. And then you're locked out for an hour.
Yeah. Dirt, do you know what this code is?
Did you try 3, 6, or what was the numbers again?
3, 6, and 0.
Did you try 360?
I sure did.
Did you try 630?
Bark, bark.
Did you try 037?
I'm starting to believe that you don't actually know what the code is, Dirt.
I never did.
It takes a little bit of trying, but you do manage to input the correct 3 digits between those 3 digits.
So it's not 3 tries and you're locked out.
No.
I have to reset your password. Come on, Grandpa, write it down next time.
It gives a very nice little chime, and you're able to push this hatch open. Inside is a small module. It has a control panel, and inside the control panel is one of these large rectangular keys. It is covered in dried blood, and the key is currently inserted into a slot labeled emergency shutoff activation, although it has not been engaged. Besides that, there is no one or anything else in this room.
So I take the key, pocket it, and then get back down the ladder. So found 1 key. Apparently they were trying to engage the emergency shutoff. Does anyone know what that'll shut off?
Just kind of turned to Morris.
I'll consult my schematics, I got. And after a minute thumbing through, yeah, I wouldn't turn that off if I were you. That means we could, not be dead down here. It's the life support system.
All right, sounds good.
So if anything's been turned off up there, we might be a bit of a bother. But
Did you want me to check it?
I mean, I don't want to die down here. So
I don't think anybody wants to die down here except for maybe Herman.
But
Herman's scraping blood off of the ladder into one of his vials. What?
Who could drop dead at any moment.
I mean, we could all drop dead at any moment, to be honest.
I don't know. Maybe I could do a hack to see, perhaps maybe why they wanted to shut it off. See if there's any code left in it.
Let me guess. Going up.
Oh. Can we wipe off the ladder a little bit though first? I don't.
I'll scrape off the rest.
Thank you, Herman.
Keep collecting it.
Do you mind if I borrow that key?
Bo tosses it in your direction.
You can see also, kind of engraved on a nameplate, the name Dr. Astoria.
Dr. Astoria. Do we know who Dr. Astoria was in charge of?
Yes, Dr. Astoria was the field support specialist who ran the comms here on the station.
Okay. I will go up the newly scraped ladder. Thank you, Herman. You're dear. And I will head up to the emergency shut-off system and see if there is a port that I could do.
There certainly is a port that you could do things to.
I'd like to jack in, please.
All right. As you are jacking into the port, anyone downstairs? Does anyone downstairs do anything? There is if you consult your map, there is a large corridor that leads to Sector 3, as well as the grate that appears to be a ventilation shaft that the creepy crawly, spooky scary thing went through.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Herman, you want to shine your flashlight in that grate? See if your friend's still in there.
Yeah, he's like face is pressed up in the grate with the flashlight. Come on back, little guy. I just want to say hello. Please.
So essentially I'm trying to get a line on the code to see when it was accessed.
Okay.
And what systems they were trying to shut off. I understand it's emergency shut off, but I didn't know if there were specific systems or specific areas they were trying to target. I rolled a 10 and a 5.
A 10 and a 5, so that is still a success.
Yay!
You do gain 1 stress.
So
but
stressed.
But it is negated by your 10. Your 10 gives you -1 stress.
Oh.
And 2 successes.
So I stay at 8.
So you stay at 8.
Do I get a drive for doing my job?
Yes.
Yay!
I'll donate a drive to you for doing your job.
Thank you, master. Dobby has given.
So you take a moment to do what you do best, despite the slightly stressful situations, and
type faster.
right. And you are able to determine that the terminal was accessed yesterday, and nothing was able to be shut down. You can tell that it does in fact control the life support system here, so airway, temperature, all that good stuff that keeps, human beings alive. But it was accessed yesterday, although the signal was never confirmed to shut down the life support system.
Okay. Can I put something in place to ensure that the life support systems cannot be shut off without a keystroke from me?
You could. You would know that the life support could not be shut off, period, without one of these keys, like the one that Dr. Astoria had.
Like just Dr. Astoria's key or any of their keys?
Any one of those 4 keys.
Right. I'm just making sure nobody else who might be, because the first thing she comes to her mind is like, she must have been fucking out of her mind. She was trying to turn off life support. I don't want anybody else to try and do that. So I'm going to just put in a safety measure just in case.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that I would put that in there with your crit success. Yeah.
Perfection. Cool. And I will go back down the ladder and relay all of that information. Don't know why she tried to turn off the breathing.
Probably.
I don't think he's coming back. I poke at the vent.
Oh.
Do you want a friend? Do you want to hold on to Peaches for now?
No, I just want to collect specimens and prototypes, as that is my profession.
Well, I pull out my handgun. Let's go make some more specimens then. And I'm gonna walk towards what was the next room over? It was
Sector
Operations
3.
Infirmary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good place to have a lot of those.
I feel like more specimens would be in the laboratory, but sure.
We'll get there.
Just in the back, making innuendo jokes about specimens.
All right, you head to Sector 3. Inside, there is a computer terminal that dominates the western side of the entire sector. Above this terminal, you can see a similar slot, like the one up in the life support mini chamber. The northern edge of the sector is divided into an infirmary that has thick plastic sheeting hung from the ceiling. There is an examination table here that is overturned. There are unsealed medical supplies that litter the entire room. And a quick cursory glance, especially now that you have a little bit of extra lighting, you can see that there is blood that covers numerous instruments here, as well as a trail of blood that leads from the infirmary through the bulkhead labeled SO4. There's also a red cabinet that sits in the corner.
Okay.
Also, the clock for the first hour that you're here has ticked forward to keep you all in the loop. You have 7 hours.
7 hours remaining.
Well, less than
Took us
7
a
hours.
whole hour to turn on some lights and talk
That's
to
just
your
part,
computer.
just part of the hour. There's 3 ticks to each hour. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Is anybody else getting the sneaky suspicion that we're not going to find survivors?
I mean, as long as we find keys. It's not.
Why am I even here? Damn.
Well, Bo, at least you'll be here to, like, fix us from whatever creature's going to eviscerate us in the dark.
I just take a long stare at Herman.
Walking towards the plastic sheets. Trying to see what's underneath them.
just gonna... If he dies on a trip, his family gets paid a lot of money.
Life insurance is good.
Life insurance is good. Get that hazard pay.
He's first on my list. If he goes, then I get a little bonus from my other soldier coworkers. So that's
You win
I
the
may have
Deadpool?
placed bets on the order in which you died. So
I was about to say you win the Deadpool.
yeah. Well, I'm starting to think about rearranging the names.
Herman, as you walk towards the sectioned off area, you push past the plastic sheeting, which is just kind of hanging there, and the examination table here is knocked over to its side. You can see that there is dried blood on the surface of it, as well as a smattering of different pieces of equipment that you vaguely recognize, most of them surgical in nature. Beyond that, there isn't a whole lot here. There's no bodies. There is sadly no weird alien friends that want to come and hang out with you. Yet.
I want that as a text tone.
Looks like there's nothing back here, just some blood. It's not even the good blood.
Ty, we're gonna make some text tones later.
I'm going to be a bad bodyguard. And instead of thoroughly checking this room for more, what's it called? Dangers. We'll just, if they come out, they come out. I'll come back for it. It's fine. But I do want to follow that trail of blood that you said led from the infirmary to the next room over, right?
Perfection.
Yeah, I want to pull my gun
Excellent.
out and just kind of walk that way. But then, it's not dark over there, is it?
No, everything kind of has a slightly soft light to it. Not
good.
quite bright enough to be super helpful, but enough to be a little bit spooky.
Oh, good. It's appropriately spooky. Yeah, so I wanna go into the next room. We don't have to do that immediately, but that's what Dirk is doing. He's just
Okay. Meandering onward.
I'll You said there was a red cabinet in here, weren't there?
There's a red cabinet in the corner.
I'd like to check that red cabinet out.
Okay. You pop that cabinet open, and inside you find a field medkit.
Oh, excellent.
Inside, you find a dead body.
Dead body.
So, Bo, have you got a medkit?
Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing.
Do you want a second one?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Well,
Two for the price of one, I guess.
I mean, it's fairly intact. It looks quite nice, so you never know, especially with Urban around.
Makes sense.
It's a defibrillator in there for when his heart finally gives out. Manager, I'd love to get my fingers on this keyboard.
On the keyboard? Alright.
Or I'd love to get my fingers inside the system.
In the system? Well, you can certainly try to do that.
And do what we talked about earlier, where I'm trying to get a sense if there's any movement in the station. See if I can get an up-to-date schematic for Morris to see if there's any weakened points that we need to see to ensure our safety.
Okay.
And get a track on these badges that we need to get, these key cards.
All right, perfect. You quickly realize that the terminal doesn't seem to respond to your general probing. That you probably would need to put a key in it in order to have access to literally everything.
I'll pull out Dr. Storia's key.
Okay. Good chunk.
And I'll do some hacker shit. I'll roll out my whole electronic toolkit, and in it is a homemade almost pin reader that's attached to the end of the key card. So I kind of create my own key card almost through it, because I gotta leave my name just at the bottom. Just sign it with a little flourish.
Perfect.
Tick's been here.
As soon as the crew key is put into the terminal, on the screen in front of you are 3 options. The first one is station status, that currently has a red message next to it that says Sector 06 alert.
That's not good. Morris.
Yeah.
The second option is cameras/intercom, which is currently showing as offline.
Mm-hmm.
A subsection of that, which is personnel tracking, also is offline. And then a third section, which is emergency controls, that in bold red solid letters says restricted.
Well, I don't like anything being restricted. I will bring at least the comms, tracking, and cameras back online, if I can.
Okay.
Or finding out why they're offline.
Okay.
Maybe my engineer will have to go fix something.
Can do that, no problem.
Takes out a screwdriver and a cup of tea.
Aye, that can fix most things,
Flicking those systems online doesn't take too much time. They turn on without too much of an issue. What specifically are you taking any time to look at them, or just turning them on?
I'm bringing them on the line, and I'm going through section by section, looking for structural integrity and also trying to get a beam on the crew tracking to kind of see track movement. And if there's not a code in there already, I will write a code to track movement and to alert me if anything passes by a camera.
Okay.
Because this is sci-fi and I can do whatever.
Magic. It's like magic. Okay.
I know just enough hacker shit for no reason from all the movies that I've watched. I'm like, yeah, I can do this.
Doing that will take some time, but you can attempt to hack the mainframe as it so is, make your own code and things like that. It just will take some time.
Oh shoot.
Which currently you have plenty of.
That's good.
So I'm rolling a hack.
Yes, if you want to spend the time. I will let you know it'll take roughly 40 minutes, so it'll finish up hour 1.
Is everybody okay with that? If you want, we can try barricade. And you can go on without me, but I figured if I can do this, I can get a better beam on where the key cards are and what might be in our way to get there.
And if everyone else wants to go ahead, I can sit here with you. I'd rather us
Follow
not
Dirk.
I'm already
break off.
I'm like, Dirk, what the fuck?
So I guess if y'all want to catch up with Dirk.
Morris, do you think this would be beneficial to kind of get a beam on what's around in the stations?
Yeah. We need to definitely see what's happening around here. And if you need me to go repair something, just let me know. I'll just sit here with a cup of tea I just got.
All right, it's funny.
Just pulled it out of your back.
Don't worry about it. What's your wife's name?
Shelby. She just gave me a cup of tea.
Shelby's here gave me a cup of tea. She didn't bring me one. That cow.